worn the same dress. How embarrassing. Vodafone have started a new airline. Will only fly around the CBD. In my hours around exam period, I flicker through pretend news sites and I found an article which outlined in spectacular detail what you can tell about people from the way they dance. It said open-minded people like to bounce, conscientious people sway their arms quite a lot, and neurotic individuals dance with, and I quote, sharp, jerky movements of the hands and upper body, which is unlucky, I suppose, for Peter Garrett. There's also the old thing about the way a person's dance is reflecting their sex life, which I suppose could be true, because I don't dance. Chlamydia. It can be passed from person to person in many different ways. However, unlike some things, such as table salt, it is not polite to give it to others, especially not around a crowded table. For the very students I just pointed to. I've never thought of a way to segue from that joke. So I'll talk about Melbourne. It's lovely to be here, except for the traffic, which I think is stunningly bad. I suppose I'm from Canberra, where there aren't really all that many people. I think our roundabout to car ratio is about 3 to 1. So I was stunned when I came here to see the traffic jam. So out of the goodness of my soul, I've drawn some pictures and made some inventions that I think will help a few of you with your traffic jams. There's your typical Melbourneian traffic jam with me or you indeed in the middle. And I thought if the wheels were on a kind of like long axle, you could maybe extend the car and drive like over the top of the other. I guess if you were going to sell that, you'd have to lie about it in some way, because like obviously a corner would be a problem or any kind of low bridge. But I don't think that's a huge issue. All companies lie about their product. Like Domino's, they have a family-sized pizza, probably about that maybe. It would weigh at most 250 grams, and yet they call it family-sized. A baby alone is like 3 kilos. And this a recorder. It's not, it does nothing of the sort. All it is a weapon given to children when they first enter kindergarten to make them less likely to be kidnapped. Acting both as a deterrent and a help whistle. I have, to address the roundabout/bridge problem, I came up with another one which is more like a intense forklift kind of action with that, and then you propel over the top. Thank you. I've not had a very nice morning. This has made my day much better. I thought this morning I would eat cereal to make my mind strong for the enjoyment of you people. And I went with All Bran, which is not in fact a cereal that I encountered before 7:30 this morning, and with good reason. What I failed to realise about All Bran, and perhaps stupidly, is that it is in fact all brand. All brand is just brand, and that's not false advertising. Certainly you couldn't have made that any clearer on the packet than they did. But anyway, so I was feeling some distance from 100% that I ate my large bowl of All Bran. I felt compelled to finish. And so I caught a tram feeling some distance from the 100%. And on public transport, I think it's nice to have a seat next to you, but there's a certain level of overcrowdedness where that seat ceases to be pleasant legroom and starts to be full of your own insecurity. I think it's some time around where somebody sits next to the man with the knife and the funny beard, not you, Dave Callan. And I think, yeah, well, that was the stage I was at. There was every other seat was taken, and there's a little mosh pit going on next to me, and I thought, what would this be? And in retrospect, perhaps my attempts to appear open-minded by bouncing didn't have quite the desired effect. Thanks very much, guys. Yeah.